The Little Merman. The mermen were having a game of finball. They had strong tails which they used to flip the ball as they tried to score goals into clamshells. At the sides of the pitch stood some supporters who were cheering the mermen on. One little merman called Saul was too young to join in, so he made up a different game. He had to toss a shell into the waves, and his pet dogfish, Chips, had to swim off and bring it back to him. Then he spotted a shell, like the one he had been tossing for Chips, and ducked down to pick it up. Snap went the big, sharp teeth again, just where Saul had been swimming, but still he did not see them. Then Saul spotted a tail sticking out from weeds. He sped off to see if the tail belonged to Chips. Snap went the big, sharp teeth again, just where Saul had been standing, but still he did not see them. "Chips!" called Saul as they swam up to where the tail had been. "Chips!" He was just in time to see the tail swimming off. Saul took a deep breath and swam on into the weeds. Snap went the big, sharp teeth again, just where Saul had been, but still he did not see them. Saul was just in time to see the tail shoot into a small hole in the side of a sunken ship. He swam up to it and peeped into the hole. It was dark inside the ship. "Chips!" called Saul softly. Suddenly he spotted a long, dark shape waiting in the weeds. The long, dark shape was looking at him, and the long, dark shape had big, sharp, snapping teeth. Saul was terrified and shot into the hole in the side of the sunken ship. Snap went the big, sharp teeth again, just outside the hole where Saul had been, but just too late to catch him. Safe inside the ship, Saul swam to the far corner of the cabin, sat down and looked around. There was an old cannon, some timbers from the deck, and a chest in one corner. The Saul spotted a little head peeping out of the chest. "Chips!" he called, and Chips slithered out and swam across to Saul. The little dogfish was so happy to see him that he swam around and around his friend until they were quite dizzy. Saul gave his pet a big hug. Just then the cabin shook and a pointed nose slammed into the hole in the side of the ship. It was a long nose with big sharp teeth. It was a shark. Chips started to shake. "Help!" Saul called. The little merman looked around. He tried not to panic, but there was not much time, as the wooden ship was old and the shark was strong. "Help me!" Saul called to Chips. Chips helped him to drag the cannon to the hole. The shark tried to ram into the side of the ship again, but this time his pointed snout got stuck inside the cannon. "Quick!" shouted Saul to Chips. "Swim!" Saul and Chips swam very quickly. They did not stop until they got safely back to the pinball pitch, where the game was just ending. Saul's dad was one of the winners. Saul swam up to him and gave his dad a big hug. "I am sorry the game took so long," said his dad. "Were you very bored?" Saul gave Chips a quick wink. "Not very," he replied.